Hey guys, today we are going into a very mysterious temple called Candi Kalasan in Indonesia. Nobody has gone inside the chambers of this temple, and I'm going to attempt this today and show you what's inside. And what's inside is truly shocking. While most Indonesian temples are located in remote areas, this temple is located in the middle of this big city called Yogyakarta. But when you enter the temple complex, you realize that nobody visits this temple. Why? Is it because of a curse associated with this temple? When I checked YouTube videos about this temple, I realized that no one has gone inside the chambers. This one looks quite accessible, but why hasn't anyone gone in? I know such a fantastic temple cannot be cursed, so I'm going inside this chamber. And guess how old this temple is? Archaeologists confirm that construction began in 778 AD. That means it is almost 1,250 years old. It is one of the oldest temples in the region. But here's the twist. It's not a Hindu temple, it is a Buddhist temple. But there is a bigger twist. This temple was not built for Lord Buddha. It was built for a female Buddhist god called Tara. Is Tara's statue inside this chamber? Let's find out. This door is not locked, so I'm just opening up this twisted wire and going in. It's a very odd chamber with a strange energy. There is no main statue. In fact, there is no trace of any statue at all. Did this chamber have statues or idols at all? Or was it used for some other purpose? Most of this chamber is in ruins. But look here, can you tell me what this is? This is the ceiling, and it is designed with a very odd shape made of concentric octagons with a huge hollow dome. Why is it hollow? Are there some secret chambers hidden inside the dome? But there is something even more strange on the top of the walls on both sides. See these two structures? What are they?
So you can see those two secret entrances, right? So you can see those square entryways, and you can see that it's impossible to access it. I cannot just climb into it, so we don't know what that is for. On the other side, you can again see a square window, right? There is something there. It's a connection between that chamber and this chamber. Okay, so there's something secreted inside those chambers, but we don't know what it is.
From the floor level of this chamber, these two windows are placed at a 15 feet height, and the walls are smooth, so it is impossible to access it. A close-up analysis shows some odd details. First, notice that it has no ornamentation at all. None. So it was built purely for functional reasons, not decorative purposes. Next, what immediately surprises you is the two pillar-like columns placed inside the window. I bet you have never seen anything like this. What could possibly be the reason for these two structures? Thirdly, notice the depth of the wall. This is not a natural construction. In a normal room, there is one window, whether you see it from the inside or outside. Why? Because the wall is only a few inches thick. Here, you see that the wall is at least a few feet. I repeat, a few feet thick. And while this window faces this side, they have built another window on the other side. And notice how the light is coming from the other side through the other window as well. Finally, these are not windows at all, meaning they're not used for ventilation purposes. This is one of the chambers or rooms, and this temple has multiple rooms, right? We don't put a window between different rooms inside the house. Think about it. You don't have a window between your bedroom and your living room. We never do. We have windows only on the outer walls to get fresh air. But this window connects to another chamber inside the same temple. That's very odd. Again, nobody can climb up and reach that height. So, what was it used for? To fully understand this, let me get out of this chamber and go to the next chamber on the other side. But as soon as I reach this area, I realize that something is weird. There are no steps leading to the second chamber. But more importantly, there is a sign placed in front of the chamber that clearly says, "Do not enter." So I asked the security guard if I can enter the chamber. He laughs and says, "There are no steps and no one can climb it." But he says, "If you can climb it, go ahead." So I am climbing the walls because I really need to see what is inside the weird window inside this chamber.
I can't believe I'm doing this for you guys. This is too risky.
It's not that high, but if I fall, I can break a few bones. As I go near it, I can see this board that says "Don't enter." I can also see a makeshift latch made of a thin wire locking the door. On top, there is something weird. There is Goddess Lakshmi sitting on a lotus flower. This is shocking. If it is a Buddhist temple, why are we seeing this Hindu goddess carved on top of this entrance? But as I look through the door, you see that? Yes, that's the window we are searching for. It is located right on top of the pedestal, and it is connected to the previous chamber we saw. And now, I'm not only going inside this chamber, but I'm going to go inside this weird window. I'm finally going to climb inside that and see what's hidden inside. If I just go up this pedestal, I can have a very good close-up view of this weird window. It was not reachable at all from the previous chamber. Remember, it was like 15 feet high. But I told you, everything is built for a reason. Nobody ever builds a window no one can access, right? So I have proved to you that this window is accessible from this side. But for what purpose? The inside is extremely dark and it feels very weird to access this. But look, this must be about 5 to 6 feet deep or thick. I did not realize that I can actually sleep inside it. There is so much room. It is not a window. It is like a small chamber where I can hide or sit and meditate. There is something we do not understand about the structure. Why did they build such a small chamber at such a height? What is the purpose of these two small stone blocks on both sides? Why is there a gap between the wall and the stone blocks? Even more strange, do you see the window on the other side? Let's go back in time. If I use this chamber 1,250 years ago, I can see another person using it on the other side, and I can communicate with them using voice and hand signals. These two quote-unquote windows are not only designed to connect with the chamber in between, but they're also aligned in a straight line to connect with each other. So I'm also connected with the other guy on that chamber on the far end. But why was such a connection necessary? We are definitely missing something, and now I have to go to that chamber, the third chamber, and see what's inside. Will it also be empty? Or am I going to find something inside that will decode this puzzle? But look, this is the third chamber, and this one must be very special because it is locked with a real lock. And the stairs have also been destroyed. So it must be a forbidden chamber. What's inside the third chamber? I will tell you more in the next video. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.